Hi, I'm Storm Shield meteorologist John Haverfield. I've been here at KJRH now for a little bit over a year, but I've lived here in Oklahoma for most of my life. And one winter weather event that really sticks out in my mind would have to be the big ice storm back in early December of 2007. It was a terrible one, especially here in Tulsa. We had a ton of freezing rain overnight, and that led to the accumulation of over 3 inches of ice, sticking mainly to the power lines and the trees. I remember the roads were pretty much okay, but because of the tremendous weight of 3 inches of ice, power poles snapped. There were thousands of trees down all across the city. 85% of Tulsa was without power at some point because of that ice storm. I remember I was living at my parents' house. I was just in high school, and I was actually out of school for a whole week at Bishop Kelly, and my parents didn't have any power at all for a whole week, and they actually lost several trees in their backyard due to the ice storm. It was Tulsa's worst ice storm in history, and it's definitely something I will never forget.
Amazing images and amazing memories. As the weather starts to get colder and winter approaches, Tulsa Public Schools is ready to handle extreme weather. TPS has a snow day policy so students don't lose any school time. 2 Works For You reporter Giselle Puente takes a closer look at how the district determines when to cancel classes if winter weather strikes.
While having a snow day may be music to the students' ears, a school district does a lot of planning before that happens.
We look at road conditions in the critical areas. We look at weather forecasts. We look at weather forecast for the entire day and not just that morning and that point in time.
Bob Roberts, who handles emergency management at Tulsa Public Schools, says the district's transportation team will be out checking the streets before that call can be made.
They know which routes are most likely to have problems, where there are bridges, overpasses, that kind of thing.
This school year, TPS has allotted 5 snow days out of 173 days in the school calendar year. If classes are canceled, Roberts says students will eventually make up for lost time at the end of the year.
You may change the school day by 10 minutes. And over a period of 3 or 4 months, you can make up a day that way.
While TPS knows snow days can be an inconvenience to parents and employees, the district tries to make a decision quickly and get the word out as soon as possible.
If we can get information out the night before, we will do that. If we absolutely know weather is coming in or if weather has already arrived and we can make a decision the night before, we'll do that. That's our ideal situation.
Reporting in Tulsa, Giselle Puente, 2 Works For You.
Last year, TPS had 5 snow days built in the calendar year, but it didn't take any due to the mild winter. Be sure to stick with KJRH for all your school updates to closings. You can tune in on air online or even on our mobile app. We use the term wind chill on our weathercast throughout the winter, but what does it really mean and how is it calculated? Storm Shield meteorologist Brandon Woolley shows us.
The wind chill is the temperature it feels like outside and is based on the rate of heat loss from exposed skin caused by the effects of wind and cold. As the wind increases, the body is cooled at a faster rate, causing the skin temperature to rapidly drop. The National Weather Service would issue a wind chill advisory when wind chill temperatures are potentially hazardous. A wind chill warning is issued when wind chill temperatures are life-threatening. As you can see from the National Weather Service chart, as the wind increases and the temperature decreases, the wind chill can get dangerous very fast. If you head outdoors in cold weather, wear layers of loose-fitting, lightweight, and warm clothing. Trapped air between layers will actually insulate you. Outer garments should be water repellent and hooded. Wear a hat because 40% of your body heat can escape from your head. Cover your mouth to protect your lungs. Mittens, which are snug, are a better option than gloves. Finally, try to stay out of the wind.
Severe weather during the winter months isn't limited to snow and ice. Last year, deadly tornadoes ripped through North Texas. Adding to the danger of this storm outbreak was the unexpected nature of it that left many unprepared. Storm Shield meteorologist Taft Price takes a look back and the lessons we've learned moving forward.
When we think of wintertime, we usually think cold weather and snow. But wintertime can also bring the occasional round of severe weather to parts of the country, mainly in the southern states. On average, the U.S. records 27 tornadoes per year in the month of December, And while December tornadoes in Oklahoma are uncommon, only averaging 1 every 2 years, just to our south in Texas, they average the most December tornadoes with 5 per year. Last year, the day after Christmas, the Dallas Metroplex experienced one of its worst December outbreaks in history with 10 confirmed tornadoes and 11 deaths. Working that day was Chief Meteorologist Rick Mitchell from the Dallas NBC affiliate.
Everyone in holiday mode is a big problem because it's the day after Christmas. No one is thinking about tornadoes, even the meteorologist.
And Mitchell knew the after Christmas rush would be an issue.
We knew it would be busy. We knew that TV viewing would be down. We tried to hit the social media a little harder than maybe we normally would.
He says that preparation before there is severe weather is the key to staying safe.
People are concerned about it when they have to be concerned about it, and that's not enough.
So after 20 plus years as an on-air meteorologist, what lessons did Mitchell learn from this outbreak?
One thing I will change is continue to teach the safety tips. Even though I feel like I've done it a million times, don't assume that just because we live in this part of the country, don't assume that everyone knows what to do.
Since 1950, 28 confirmed December tornadoes have occurred in Oklahoma, killing 4 and injuring 76 people. Staying prepared is key, even in winter. I'm meteorologist Taft Price, 2 Works for You.
The city of Tulsa is already preparing for the upcoming winter weather months. It has more than 65 salt trucks on hand. That's to protect our roadways. 2 Works for You reporter Corley Peel shows us how this benefits drivers.
It has to be done. It's safety.
Elaine Jones says she takes a 45-minute drive to Tulsa every day for work. She says during winter weather, she relies on salted roads to keep her trip safe.
It really helps our streets. It really helps back down on black ice, which is great.
The city has more than 12,000 tons of this fine salt ready to cover the streets this winter. City officials say the salt's purpose is to get rid of the slick ice on areas of the road quickly.
We rarely use sand anymore. It creates more of a cleanup issue and sometimes a slippery hazard if you get too much on the road. So salt's the best way to go.
They say when winter weather strikes, more than 170 workers are on standby, ready to work 24-hour shifts.
If we know that there's cold weather coming in that's going to be mixed with precipitation, we'll keep an eye on the weather sensors, and whichever one is dropping the quickest to get towards the freezing temperatures, that's the areas we'll route crews to and then eventually spread out throughout the whole city.
I think I've seen them out, before it even snows and they're putting it down, or before they think it may ice. So I think they're on top of it here.
Jones says she doesn't think this winter will be bad, but she knows she can count on the road crews to keep her car from sliding on snow and ice.
If we do have a bad winter, they'll be out there working, trying to make sure that our streets are safe. And I feel perfectly safe knowing that.
In Tulsa, Corley Peel, 2 Works for You.
City officials say it's important to wash your car after driving on salted roads to prevent the salt from building up underneath your vehicle. A lot of times the term blizzard is thrown around when big winter storms blow in, but the National Weather Service actually has an official definition of what qualifies. Storm Shield meteorologist Kirsten Horn explains.
The term blizzard can be thrown around a lot whenever winter storms move through green country, so we wanted to break down the actual definition of a blizzard as put out there by the National Weather Service. So the National Weather Service defines it as considerable falling or blowing snow, and you have to have winds in excess of 35 miles per hour or higher. Typically then this will give you visibility less than a quarter of a mile, and then all of this has to be lasting for at least 3 hours or more. So otherwise then it's just a snowstorm, but in order for it to actually be termed a blizzard, you have to have all of these things.
Thanks, Kirsten. Severe weather can strike at any time of the year, so you need to be prepared. The essentials all of us need to have to get us through the critical hours after a weather-related disaster. Also, a step-by-step guide to our newest Storm Shield weather app, the SNOWCAST app. Straight ahead on 2 Works for You, your winter weather special.